You're tuned in to IntellectualRadio-Podcast.
Welcome, people. Live once again, IntellectualRadio.com. I'm your host, Tyrone Muhammad, and this is the Frontline Show. Listen, we got an exciting time today for you. I hope you can step away from your activity and join us today in this occasion, as I would say. Today, I have a couple of great guys here. I got my man Robert Reed, and I'll tell y'all about him momentarily. But Mr. RickySkilz, let me tell y'all, listen, I can't talk about this brother without reading this here. I want y'all to bear with me because this is very important, because it breaks down and it describes who this man really is to me. So I'm going to say this here. I never thought I would ever meet someone so humble to their craft. That was until I met RickySkilz. This phenomenal artist doesn't create portraits or canvas. He creates worlds. His talent has no limits, even within his visual lane. He truly breaks barriers when it comes to imagination and creativity. Ricky was born on September 18, 1964. He is now 48. You older than that, ain't you? Yeah, that's old. That you 50. The man, 90 years old now. He's a phenomenal artist. You know, he's born in Chicago, of course. I knew that was something else. This is his story. He could do with a pencil, recall skills. And so he did. Passionate about his gift, he began to explore his amazing talents of creating atmospheres. Ricky succeeded and still seeks to elevate his skills through his love for arts. He has done murals, portrait, tattoos, and even a clothing line, Black Heroes, being mentored by Melvin King and Kevin Williams, led him to do the work that he's doing for Kevin Lyles, music, Uncle Luke, DJ Clue, and Stephon Marbury, who gave him the name Skills. Steph gave you that? Yeah. I didn't know that. That's revelation. Ricky say he keeps the name Skills because it was given to him by a millionaire. And Ricky's that time he gives back to mentoring the young generation. I know this to be the truth. He feels it's important because he was once a child with no direction, like many today. If you would like to find out more about the service, please call, and I'm gonna let him at the end, tell you all how to get in contact with him and what it is that he do and how he continue to serve the community. And Robert Matthew Reed, real quick. Let me get him out this mask over here. Is also a great brother of mine's. Robert, how many years you served in prison, bro?
26 years and 6 months.
You got all the days. Hey, listen, he used to kill me, Rick. He used to say 26 years, 6 months, 2 hours and 43 seconds. Right. Hey, bro. Hey, that's serious, man. Hey, man,
that's my life. Those moments, those seconds, every second counts in life. That's my life.
So we're going to break this down. I'm telling y'all this is going to be a great time. So once y'all, I need y'all to call in live after you hear these great brothers. They're going to have some information for you. Y'all most definitely going to have some questions or even some comments at 708-233-8953. That's 708-233-8953. I gave the wrong number. I gave the wrong number. 708-223. My bad. 708-2. Let's say this right. 708-223-8953. I know this number hard. So with that being said, listen, Rick, you up first, bro. Talk to the people, man. Tell them about yourself, man. Really, because I met you, and I want y'all to understand something. When you see the name Frontline Ty, that's who gave me that name. This guy is the one. RickySkilz is the one who gave me Frontline Ty. So hence you see Frontline Show, right? So he's I would say you intricate part of
Yeah,
why
appreciate that.
why you know I
Appreciate
do what I do, and most definitely because you're an intricate part. When I'm out of town on vacation, you got to run this show, man. So go ahead, Rick.
Well, as far as the name Frontline Top, bro, I came up with that, man, because I'm talking about as soon as you step in the center, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about the first step, the first day I met you. You introduced yourself. I said, brother Structure. You know what I'm saying? I found out you was a brother, you know what I'm saying? Islam brother. I'm like, okay, I feel this. You know what I'm saying? Man, you know, we used to have conversations.
Oh, yeah.
And you weren't never talking about we, us. You said, I'm going to do. I said, anytime somebody come on and put themselves on the front line that and not knowing what might happen, knowing how adversaries work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's got to be love, bro.
Yeah.
And so I felt you, man. I felt you 100. That's how I come every time I see you. You know, it's always love, bro. Yeah. But as far as myself, man, like, I grew up facing adversaries and struggles. We all did. You know what I'm saying? But we all have our own story. And our story is just like Jesus and his story.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And you got to pay attention to your story. Because I can't live your life and you can't live mine.
Your story.
My story. So in doing my story, bro, I grew up and my parents, they tried to tell me, you know, about how to live life and stuff. But I just didn't feel it. I wasn't feeling it. Mm-hmm. You know, my dad, he was a truck driver, which he was an artist.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? But he didn't take it serious. My mother, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was a waitress, you know, but they parted and my mother left me with my dad. So I used to feel bad about that because everybody else had their mom. I had my dad.
Wow.
But it structured me so well, bro, that after I grew up, I was like, man, I'm glad my dad did raise me. You know, it wasn't no tender love and care. It was strength, love and care. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, but I always knew I wanted to be an artist, bro, even as a kid. I'm talking about when they first tried to get me to write my name, bro, I was drawn. I used to get whooped. We said, write this letter. I'm doing everything else. You know, I started drawing on the walls and everything, bro. And I used to get whooped for that and stuff. But I never gave up on it, man. And in that search for myself, you know, we all had to walk that dark path. You know what I'm saying? I walked the dark path, you know what I'm saying, as far as the streets organization and drugs and penitentiary and stuff. But it's something I learned, bro, and it's crazy, man. And I'm hoping people can see this. We all go through dark and troubled times, man.
Yes, sir.
But I honestly believe, this is just my perception, I believe that we chose to go through that for what we really want. Sometimes we don't know what we really want. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I'm just speaking for myself.
No,
for myself. So I had to go through certain things to learn certain lessons, bro, to become who I really am. You understand? Mm-hmm. And I can't say it's mistakes because when I was doing it, I enjoyed it. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
So that's what makes me feel that it was meant for me to do it. And just when it was time's up, it's time up.
Yeah.
You know? So when time was up, man, I got out the penitentiary in 87. And I started working at the nightclub and I met a guy named Kevin Wack Williams, bro. And I was like, I see this airbrushing, man. I was like, man, can you teach me how to do that? He was like, man, just get an airbrush and play with it. I was like, okay. So I got one. I played with it.
So you already knew art.
Yeah, I was already drawn.
When you saw the airbrush,
I saw the
you said, I want to learn that.
That's what
technique.
I had to get, yeah. Because Melvin King, he taught me how to paint with paintbrush. That was cool. But the airbrush was just amazing, bro. Like how it flows, how you can do, like you can just make it bring it to life. So I hung around him, bro. And see, that's why I said kids got it easy today because all they gotta do is push a button to follow somebody. I had to literally put my equipment on my back and follow me downtown, up north. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
literally.
Right.
But that's how much I wanted it, bro. And then I ran into a guy named Boo Man, and he hung out with Stephon Marbury. So he asked me, he opened up a dollar store named Starberries in he actually was like, man, would you come and paint stuff on Marvin on the wall? I'm like, yeah. You know?
So you saying at the time he had a dollar store?
Yeah.
Before dollar stores?
When dollar stores first started coming out,
He
was one of the first ones.
Wow.
So I painted his mural on the wall. Marbury came. He was like, man, he's like, I love this. He's like, who did this? They said, Skills. I mean, I said, Rick did. That's what they called me, Rick then. I said, Rick did. And all he used to say is, man, you got mad skills, son. You got mad skills. So I used to feel that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So every time he see me, he said, man, you know, I'm going to start calling you mad skills. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. So, but let me show you how everything works, bro. Like, you got to trust your process. I don't care how dark it looks, bro. You got to trust your process. Because you know, you hear from love. We all hear from love. Out of all the sperms, bro, we made it. Just think about it.
Yeah, no question.
You see what I'm saying?
No
So next door was a lady named Miss Neville. And she used to cook for all the celebrities. She had a record store she used to work with George's Music Room. And she said, Rick, you should paint a picture of Kevin Liles. I was like, who's Kevin Liles? She's like, he's the president of Def Jam. I was like, oh, really? So I got the book. You know, we didn't have no social media.
Yeah.
So I had to go get a book
and find out who.
You know what I'm saying? I opened up the right rap book. Okay, that's what he looked like. Okay, got it. Boom. Went home, painted the picture.
Put it up some more. Yeah.
I took the picture home, I painted it. And that day he came, it was Easter Sunday. I never forget, bro. He came in, he was talking on the phone. He was like, I'm gonna call you back. He hung the phone. He was like, who did, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, Rick did. So we sat down, ate Easter dinner. I was talking to him. I was just asking about all the celebrities, Jay-Z, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So he was like, what you want for this? I was like, I was fresh in the game. So I was like, whatever you give me. No, but check it out though. He was like, I was like, I like Fat Farm because Fat Farm was cracking me.
Yeah.
He sent me 2 cases of Fat Farm gifts, the drawers, the socks, everything.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, so now Steph calling us to come out of town to the games with him and stuff. So I'm feeling it. So I said, this is what I got to do. This is me. You know what I'm saying? So I always worked out a system, bro, for me. I'm telling you, mine is the greatest thing in the world. So I used to, if I knew a rapper or a celebrity was coming to town, I would paint their picture. I would buy a ticket just to get there. When I get there, I would get in and I would work my way and I would give them the picture. You know what I'm saying? I used to I kept doing that. I kept doing that. So then I ran into Sean Dale.
Sean Dale, the 92.
Yeah, that's my man. I did a picture for him. His mother passed. I did her picture. And then he just started saying, man, look, you just come on down. He got me a lot of, man, he got me so much business in the celebrity
But that's
world.
that networking, man.
That's that network.
Sean Dale, a great brother, man.
But the whole thing is
a lot of people on.
Yes, but I studied ancient science, ancient Kemetic science. And they said when 2 kings wanted to join forces, he would have to come bearing gifts. Because ain't nothing like when somebody give you something, bro.
Man, please.
You know what I'm saying? It opens you up, bro.
No. It relaxes you. It drops your guard.
Yes. Even if it's the wrong way.
It's treacherous.
Yes, even if it's the wrong way. So I just, man, stayed on my path, man. I just wanted to know all that I can know, bro. Like I didn't travel, man. I did, like, you know, they say your gifts will make room for you. No joke, bro. It made room for me, bro. And the thing about it, I look back and I'm like, man, it's happening. Like right now, I'm living my dream, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got 6 grandkids. I got 2 daughters. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you know how some things be so perfect, man, it's scary. You know what I'm saying?
Right, no doubt.
It's like right now, bro.
I mean, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a brother sitting over to your right.
Yeah.
That watched me in prison say, man, I'm coming out and I'm going to do this organization and it's going to hold ex-felons accountable for our past deeds. Yes. And we're going to put forth the work without looking for outsiders to do for us what we're more than capable of doing for ourselves.
Yeah.
Bro.
So, it's crazy how I started mentoring, bro, because I started working for Pastor Brooks. He hired me to paint that mural for him. And that was a blessing right there. So then he was like, you want to come in and be a mentor? I was like, sure. I got some experiences for you. You know what I'm saying? So I started going in, man. Like I helped a couple of kids graduate and stuff, you know. So then when you opened the center up, I was like, man, let me be a residential artist. You know what I'm saying? I said, I'll just do everything that you need for free.
Yeah.
You know, he was like, cool.
You gotta get that shout out
Yeah,
when somebody give you opportunity. And that was one of the first one to give me an opportunity to have a space and a place. No matter how things go where I'm at, I can't forget about the space and the place that Pastor Brooks gave me, regardless. So what we do as men, we have to honor and respect, you know, what it is. And we move on and we build. Because you're not gonna stay in the same space that you were in 10 years, 5 years. And we're gonna continue to evolve from that space.
We're supposed to.
Yeah.
We're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? And that's really it's about evolving everything. So when I started doing the tattoos, like people was coming to do tattoos, and we'll just start conversating, bro. And I started giving them my experience, and he'd be like, "Ooh, thank you." So I started sharing inspirational stuff on Facebook, you know, and it's like it's love, bro. I know I'm not for everybody because everybody can't see light. You know what I'm saying? Light is information.
Yeah, it's real.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody can't see your level of light. So I just accept it as it is, man. My greatest work, bro, is I'm working on me forever. You know what I'm saying? Forever, bro, because your mind is the only thing that's ever lasts. You know, so that's what I believe, man.
I know that, you know, just want to remind people that Facebook Live drop right there. I may have to fix it, but in the meantime, I want to introduce Robert Reed. I got to come back to you. I got a lot of questions for you, Skills, but real quick, Robert Reed, man, we sitting here today, brother, with over 50 years, even with you, Skills, with over 50 years worth of prison time, man, and that's that, and we out here not making excuses. We're really trying to, or we're really building our lives and serving others. Go ahead, Rob. You want to say something to the people?
I think you just said it, serving others. I think as a person who did 26 years and 6 months in prison, like I took a young man's life, and I'm held accountable for that every day because his mother never see him again. Yet I have the ability to breathe in and breathe out air every day. So I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to make sure that not just young men, but older men, middle-aged men don't make this mistake. And that young women understand that they need to be valued by the men in their community. So like I'm humbled to sit by you today, Skills, because I'm not a drawer, but I'm an artist because I write poetry. And what you paint on canvas, I try to bring to life with my poetry. So I respect everything, man. I respect the struggle. I'm with you, bro.
And if you want to know some great thing, bro, like if you was an artist or if you was an artist or you wrote poetry like back in the days, or you was creative, bro, like you would be called like part of the royal arts.
Right.
Like you wouldn't have to work for nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, for real.
Because Picasso didn't work for
nothing.
No.
No.
You know what I'm
because
saying?
you gave people joy.
Yeah.
They gave you a place to stay and they fizz. And I promise you, bro,
but
my life ain't on that.
But here's the thing, like we sometimes forget as men, as material beings, right? Like the world is spiritual. The creator is a spirit. And as a Christian, I follow the Bible. But as a man of faith, I follow all scripture. And I believe that we're all here for a purpose. And as we grow and find that purpose, things reveal themselves to us spiritually that we then manifest into the physical world. Yeah. And if those things that we manifest in the physical world are love, peace, joy, kindness, instead of killing, stealing, and destroying people, then we bring more light into the world than darkness. Yes. And when we talk about cons for community and social change, we talk about life. That's life. X is a symbol that represents a quantity, right?
What's that?
And so we have value. That X is a quantity that represents value. And wherever you find that value.
Unknown quantity that we find the value.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
And we find value, you know.
Yeah.
We found value inside prison's walls. And we were fortunate enough to be disciplined enough and to be touched by God. I truly believe, because he told Elijah that he saved 10,000 men for a moment like this.
Yeah.
And these 10,000 men are being mobilized right now. And we just 3 of those men.
Right.
Like you
But
haven't
metaphysically,
seen.
each man is
No
10,000.
doubt.
Yeah.
Metaphysically.
And that's why when Tyrone was talking about doing it himself,
Yeah.
and the passion and the purpose in his eyes, that's what made me connect. Because a lot of people out here just talking.
Yeah.
But when you look into their eyes, you don't see the passion and the purpose. When you look in their walk, you don't see that dedication and that determination. You don't see that they about people that's suffering and it's hurting. Call me when you out at 2 a.m. and you see 3 young girls walking down California because the little girl car got stolen, and you have to stop to secure these little girls because there's vultures out here. And make sure that the car get back and then they get back in the house. That takes time, that takes dedication, that takes love, that takes effort. But most importantly, that takes a spirit of service. And that's what we're about. So I'm a servant to the community.
Yeah.
Although I'm an ex-con.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you something. When I was watching.
Hold on, real quick. Keep that thought.
Okay.
I got a caller on. Hey, caller, how you doing?
Hey, man, it's me, man, Brother Nardo. What's happening, brother?
Nardo. See, Brother Nardo is online. I know this camera's turned upside down over here. But y'all see, go to IntellectualRadio.com. Once again, this is IntellectualRadio.com. You can watch the live stream. Don't so much focus on the Facebook feed, right, of mine. But go to IntellectualRadio.com and watch that live stream. Yes. And but Ronaldo, this brother here, I just said we had 50-something years on this table of incarceration. Now with this man added to it, we just added what? 89? We got 89 years of prison. It's like an alumni in the sense that it's not that we proud to do no prison time. It's that when you survive something like that and then come out and do positive stuff, that's the blessing. So go ahead, Ronaldo. The people listening to you, man. It's your flow.
Listen, brother, first of all, man, I'm humbled to speak with the brothers because after 37 years, man, of being in a cage and was counted out for dead from death row to the radio show, man. Come on, somebody talk to me.
Lord be to
Man,
God.
listen, we got to work to save our people. Listen, man, it wasn't because they loved me. It was because I decided, by the grace of God, man, that I did not want to die. So I began to use my brain. I hear y'all was doing equation a few minutes ago, and I was like, I don't know if I want to get on the line now, man, because I didn't do so well with math, right? But I do very well with heart conditions, right?
Yes.
And so that brother sitting up there, Brother Reed, you know, we have a program that we started down there in Danville Correction Center, one of the monuments that rise to us, right? But we have a program we started called the Building Block. And we start recognizing, man, that we have to get bigger than the block and the penitentiary. And until we start understanding, man, that if we stand together, we can win. But if we keep letting ourselves be divided, if we keep thinking that someone else is going to come save us, man, listen, we got to save ourselves. You hear me? And so I just want to say to the people, man, that I love them, man. I'm home, and I'm ready to build with the community. Man, I'm a heart chaser, and I'm a believer, man, that if you catch the heart, you get the behavior. You get to the behavior, you get to the community. If we get to the community, we can stop the violence. Man, we need to put the heart back into the community, man. And Brother Nardo, after 37 years from death row to the radio show, man, I just want to say I love y'all.
Death row to the radio show. We like that. And this is your home, man. This is our home. This platform, Frontline Show, is for us. It's for guys. It's for the people. It's for the community. I don't care that if I say nothing, if you all talk and tell the people how y'all feel. And this is what that is, man. This is what this is. And this is who I am. And man, bro, welcome home, brother. 37 years. I thought my little 21 years was something.
But you know what? That's longer than most kids.
Life. Yeah. Our kids are not living 21 years, bro.
Yes, sir.
Or true.
The beautiful thing, though, we still in it, man. And the thing is, it's our job to grab them little brothers, man, and walk with them, right? And talk to them rather than trying to tell them what to do, find out what they're struggling with, right? And so I'm just anxious, man, to get down on the block. You know, I got this little contraption on my leg that requires me to be into this space, right? But I want to let the community know, man, that I'm home, man, and I pray that the community receive me, man, after a long time in them cages, right? And I love the community, man, and I want our community to have peace. And they ain't gonna have peace, man, if we don't allow them, if we keep allowing them to feast upon us, and then we feast upon ourselves, right? Rather than embrace ourselves and love ourselves, man, and love and sisters, you know? I'm happy to be home, man. I'm appreciative, man, that y'all receive me, man. And I'm ready to build, man. I'm glad that this platform is the home. You will be hearing from me. I hope to be over there soon in person, right? So I can actually love on the community in person. You hear me?
Yes, sir. We already. Hey, listen, we can't wait to have you. I can't wait till they take you off of that prison within the prison. You know, I went through my 90 days ankle bracelet attachment. They gave me some gold jewelry on my ankle to keep track of us, you know. But with all due respect, man, and with all that being said, bro, you have always been the inspiration to a lot of the young brothers coming and going in and out of prison, all the programs and community activity that you was involved with. So I just commend you, bro. And I've always saw nothing but positive in what you do. And this is your home. We got work for you to do. You got to do some program directing stuff for ECCSC. So we're about to work you to death, bro.
Well, no, you're not gonna work me to death. You're gonna work me to life. But
when we say death, we mean the death of idleness. Because you right now being idle.
My time is still sharp, brother. And I'm telling y'all, man, we have some programs that we want to introduce to the community, you know, from men of integrity to trauma and loss, man. Like, I sat there in the penitentiary and went from death row and went to population and realized the brothers were more broken in the general population than they were with the brothers that was on death row.
That's right.
And I'm like, how you going to be more broken than brothers that's waiting to die, right? But yet, they are, you know. So we have this expression there that we say change can be messy. But if you get in the process, you know, you may see my cracks. Because I heard somebody say something mean about me because they said, well, he's guilty. I said, very few are not guilty, but by the grace of God, I'm redeemed and I'm transformed and I belong to the community. And the community has received me back and I've received the community. So we're going to birth some life into the community. And I'm with it.
That's right.
So look, man. Look, thank you, brother, for calling in. And once again, brother, welcome home. It's time to go to work. Like I said before, I know I left over 200 sons in prison. I can't wait till all of them come home. And I got 200 sons standing with me, and you probably got 200 sons. Robert got 200, and Skills, we got to go get 2-3 more hundred of these young men out here in these communities. And before long, people gonna recognize what it is that we do, and we're gonna get what we need to continue to do it. And with that being said, bro, go ahead.
Let me just say one more thing, brother, and with all due respect, man, I'm after 10,000 voices strong, right? I want to bring 1,000 brothers out of the penitentiary myself, and if we can start looking at the fact that there's so many brothers, man, that don't have no voice, that people have turned on them, man, and we can't leave them behind. Every time we're going to leave them behind, Ronaldo Hudson ain't going to leave them behind, and I just want to let y'all know that, man. I love you, and I'm with you.
No doubt.
That's all it is.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, bro. We love you too.
Much love, bro.
Love y'all.
Take care. So, hey, bro, Skills, what you got to say?
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. That's beautiful, man. But everybody not gonna want to go.
No.
So here's the thing, bro. They say Black Lives Matter, bro. But how is a black life worth anything if the mind don't matter?
The mind don't matter.
You understand what I'm saying?
But let's just say this. When people say Black Lives Matter, right, in the economic system, they're talking about monetarily. They're not talking about humanity. What they mean by Black Lives Matter is that I can use a platform now to exploit the black life like everybody else does.
Exactly.
So Black Lives Matter for that exploitation. And in this capitalist system, when we talk about disenfranchised people, we talk about people who don't even seek out services because the services that are there for them don't seek them out. There is no way why the city of Chicago should not be surviving during COVID, because we are a rich city. We are rich in history. We are rich in monies. We are rich in culture, and we are rich in community. And so everything that's going on right now with the violence in Chicago, let's just be truthful. There's only violence in Chicago because violence makes $1. Like peace don't make $1. Violence does. And if they can exploit that by saying Black Lives Matter, then look at how many T-shirts I can sell. Look how many hats I can sell.
And that's the thing. It's mainly a market,
It's
bro.
a market.
Because when I see Black Lives, first of all, when I first heard about it, I had to do my homework.
No,
That's the type of
you
person
know, I'm
I
one of
am.
the first ones talking about. Listen, I always take the hit. I'm one of the first ones that always talk about it exposed.
And when I did my research on it, bro, like it really hurt it. It really hurt it because you're not here for what you're supposed to be here for, but you got everybody else thinking it. You got all these people out here. This is your face. These people out here is your face, but you're collecting the money. We ain't got a community center from Black Lives Matter. We ain't got a program from Black Lives Matter.
You ain't got a community block swept by Black Lives Matter.
We ain't got nothing from Black Lives Matter. And when I did my research, bro, guess how much they sitting on?
How much?
They sitting on $5 billion.
If that's true, just buy some brooms and shovels so we can start cleaning up
But
the community.
I got to tell you this.
Black
You know what
Lives
that money
Matter.
for? Lobbyists.
No, yes. That's about numbers.
But you realize that
Lobbyists.
those are campaigns, right? And what we call campaigns in America are ads. They're commercials. Black Lives Matter is a slogan, sort of like Donald Trump's slogan, "Make America Great Again."
Yeah.
So those slogans like spur emotional responses in people. So when we're talking about intellectual radio, when we talk about using our minds, people that are in broken situations and traumatic situations, they are not thinking intellectually, they are thinking emotionally.
Right.
So the things that you see right now are emotional responses to pain.
Yes.
And I'm talking about deep-rooted pain, years of service to a country that has gotten free labor out of Black and brown, as well as Asian, as well as white people. Let's just be truthful. White is a color. Yeah. So when we say people of color, we mean the colors all in the crayon boxes. Yeah. And America has exploited labor for thousands and thousands of years, and will continue to unless we make the capitalist ideal out of a non-reality. We need to stop, like Michael Jordan's Nike ad, which is beautiful because it made people athletic. Some people, well, I want to be like Mike. Who knew you wanted to be like Mike until they said it? That's Who knew Black Lives Matter until they said it? So it's a slogan campaign. Right. We get that. And here's the thing. We're not dissing any program or anything like that. What I'm saying is if Black Lives Matter, then the communities should be a reflection of that slogan. Instead, the communities are not a reflection of that slogan. So let's just say that Black lives don't matter for the moment. And we can make that your slogan because the communities reflect that more than they reflect Black Lives Matter.
And you know, that's cool. But when it, first of all, my perception, just my perception, you know, like we talking about everything they doing and what's going on and what they doing to us. Now, just from how I've learned, you know what I'm saying, to help myself. They like little kids, bro. They like little bullies. You got to ignore them. Mm-hmm. Forget what they doing. Let's concentrate on what we got to do. You understand what I'm saying? Just like every other nationality, they not worrying about what them people doing. They worry about what they people doing. You see what I'm saying? Because if we come among ourselves and work among ourselves, you know what I'm saying? You got 1 million people. Let's just say you got 500,000 people with a dollar. Do you know it only take like 12 people to create a city, a county? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Look at all this money that they circulate now. Don't think that's by chance. You understand what I'm saying? Don't think that they made all this money so lucrative just because they want to help us. They never gave us nothing without something coming behind it.
Yeah, that's real.
And usually
Hey,
it's been a lynching cord, a bullet, some bracelets, or something. So I don't want what you got or what's behind it. I'm cool
Right.
on all
So
that.
look, y'all can see this is a meaty conversation, and this is Intellectual Radio Frontline Show, and we still accepting calls at 708-223-8953. So this is a meaty conversation, bro, and I enjoy it from both of you all. I mean, skills. You're not just an artist, you're an activist.
Yeah.
You know me, I mean, I say community service.
You're a warrior, bro. That's how you're a warrior,
man. Level, man.
You're a warrior, man.
That's an art form.
But one thing, listen, though, one thing I want my people to understand, our people, all the people. First of all, we got to realize if anything come from social media, the TV, mass media, we can't accept it. We don't know whether it's true or false. If all you know is what you've been told, you don't know nothing. Period.
Yeah.
What have you figured out for yourself?
Investigation.
You understand what I'm saying, bro? See, because I already know how the media, like I studied how the media works on the psychology of people. That's why they told us they stay in the house. That's a lockdown. And all you heard repetitiously was COVID, death, corona, death. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now you program. So when they say wear the masks, yeah, I'm gonna wear the mask. But if you're not programmed, like I promise you, everybody you can that know me, you can ask. I say it ain't real. Now you know I do tattoos, right?
Yes.
This gonna trip y'all out. I do tattoos. I got 2 of my clients, they nurses. I'm not gonna mention their names. One work in the west suburb, one work in the south suburb. So they don't know each other. At 2 different times I'm doing their tattoos, they told me the same thing. They said the hospital's killing me.
That's why I didn't go.
It's because of capitalism. It's because of money. They get more money for the COVID-19 death.
I said, wait a minute. Because I know if you want to know the truth, you got to follow the money.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, so therefore, so I did a little research and I seen how they was giving out COVID money. So if they was giving the small businesses COVID money, what you think the hospitals was giving?
Yeah.
And you ain't got to be and die from corona.
Yes, sir.
Get hit by a car, die from corona.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing about, I was in the hospital in January. Right before it blew up, I was in the hospital. They said I had pneumonia. Cool, no problem. Okay, let me do it. I was in there a weekend. I was in there the weekend at Kobe Bryant Pass. Because that's where me go down to Minnesota, spend time with my daughters. You dig? You know what I'm saying? So, but once the more research I start doing, bro, first of all, if can't no virus, don't know virus, if a virus is natural, because we all carry viruses in us, why is it patent on it? You know what I'm saying? Why is it a patent on it, bro? You know, and then where's all this corona money going? Because we ain't seeing it.
Now it's going to Ford Motor Company so that they can build respirators. It's going
and they killing people.
Major, right? It's
if
going
I can't
to
breathe,
major.
what you ain't finna spin the stick no respirator down my throat?
You know me, I protested outside and stayed out at night in front of Roseland Hospital. And they was telling us, the nurses, that the respirators was faulty.
Yeah.
And they was killing the people.
Yeah.
So you got these respirators that don't even serve the people, but yet you putting them on their face.
Well, most people can't even build cars correctly. They recall cars every 2 weeks. So you're talking about a respirator to save lives.
And you know, if people think it's the world changing, it's not the world that's changing, bro. They changing our attention.
Listen, you heard how many times you have heard me say corona? Violence is our permanent corona.
Yeah.
You think these young folks care about a virus that they can possibly overcome?
Yeah.
I don't know too many people overcome
recovery rate.
I don't know too many people overcome bullet shots to the head and the heart.
Very few.
I don't know too many. So our violence in our communities are our corona, and they don't put the same attention because Black Death is a hustle.
What?
Black Death is a hustle, and the business is corona. Black Death is just another father to get rid of us as well as lock us up in these prisons to keep that hustle going.
People don't realize we are at mental, emotional, and spiritual warfare, bro.
It's been that way.
And you have to understand what you're fighting up against.
Exactly.
Because when you're fighting against the flesh, right, people attack your flesh. That's why they are attacking you chemically. The same way when America goes to the Middle East to steal resources, they attack them now chemically, right? So when you look at the design in America,
did you say America steals?
Oh yeah.
John, wait, I need to understand that.
Yeah.
America.
Whenever you got a president, whenever you got the United States president, whenever you got the United States president who does not want to turn over tax record because he doesn't want to reveal how easy it is to steal money from the government. Yet he's running the government now, stealing more money, him and his family. So when you look at these things and you wonder why we're in the state we're in, because we're fighting spiritually with a physical entity, right? And we keep using prayer and marches,
right,
instead of using physical bodies.
You know what a metaphysician told me?
So this message is the message of Frontline Show, and not necessarily the message of IntellectualRadio.com. Hey, we for real, and it's serious. And go finish that point.
It's just like a metaphysician told me, bro. Because like I signed a contract with a neuroscientist for a year, and I didn't want no money. He was like, "You don't want me to pay?" I said, "No, I just want the knowledge." He was like, I'm like, bro, I got to have this about the brain. Yeah, that's what I want to know about. So that's what got me into understanding how your brain works, your subconscious, bro, your hippocampus, like this stuff that we don't understand. Because a lot of people don't even know how they learn.
But we I don't know. No, we may not understand it, but we sure practice it every day.
But don't know it.
No, but here's the thing with
that's
that,
how
though, really, seriously, because our children suffer because of that. As children of color, we suffer because people don't know how we learn. I have a godson. His real name is Marlon Polite Jr., but we call him Puda. Puda 5 years old, and Puda is a alpha young boy. He climbs trees, very athletic, loves karate, loves sports. He's always active. His brain is always thinking. So if you allow him to play, he tells you things. He tells you what he needs. He tells you what he wants. And he tells you things that you don't even know. And you living in that same environment.
Exactly.
Because he can see it better than you can.
Exactly.
Right?
Because he's more pure.
Right.
You know, the kids, like when I
he's less exposed.
Exactly. So he's more pure to the pure frequency of life.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to understand that our children don't suffer from ADHD.
No.
What they suffer from is the lack of resources to be able to go in a lab while they're at school and exercise the intellectual capabilities in their mind to explore, experiment, create, and recreate things. Yeah. As you gave the opportunities to whites, because as white people understand the system of the brain, they understand the psychology of the brain and the sociology of the brain, as well as learning mechanism in the brain. So if you go to white school districts, what you see in those buildings, in those books that they're learning, you see them being challenged. Yeah. What you see today in 2020 in our public schools in these communities is C-spot run. Yeah, we still teaching children
and that's what I want to speak on.
Basic concepts to be kids rather than feeding their intellectualism, their creativity, their spirituality, and their identity to know who they are. Because we keep feeding kids with the same identity. You're a slave. You'll always be a slave. You're nothing. And when we recreate that idea in media, what we say is now they're thugs, goons, hoodlums. And so now the police department and other people that are not from the communities, though they be people of color or non-color, right? What happens is they begin to believe and perpetrate these same ideals. So it's cool now for a person to clutch your purse when I'm walking past. Lady, I don't want to steal your purse. Ain't nothing in your purse worth value to me. And not only that, I'm not a thief and I love life. So if somebody was to snatch your purse, I'd be the first one to take off after them to secure it. Because I'm going to stop a thief in my community.
But look at this. Look what they did. They made it mandatory that you wear gloves and masks. That's for shooters' attire.
Yeah, but that's also for the police to be justified in the killing of young black men.
Yes. No, that's
you giving me the right to wear gloves, so my fingerprints won't be on none, and to wear masks.
So we already had an issue with solving crime and murder. You already have an 11% clearance rate on murder. Now there's no fingerprint. Now there's really no facial recognition. Because I've seen people hit covered all the way over. I mean, with hoods. And it's like, come on, man. Are you for real? You know, I'm just, when I was in the streets and doing,
you couldn't wear it.
No. I'm amazed. Ain't nowhere in the world. When we talk about stick up me in the trunk action, hey, what is legal to walk around with gloves on and ready? That is ridiculous. And it's been a lot of carjacking. There's been a lot of robberies. And I contribute that to a lot of gloves and the mask wearing. Hey, people, real quick, this is the IntellectualRadio.com. I'm Tyrone Muhammad. This is the Frontline Show. Thank you for tuning in. And we a meaty conversation, and maybe it get media.
Now, in another way that we being attacked, bro, is through the music. I also
we on that.
Now check this out. I study frequencies and vibrations.
Oh yes, sir.
I study that. So a quick bio on how things went. If you go back to old school hip hop from the 80s and the 90s, the early 80s and the early 90s, all that was black power, fight the power, self-destruction. It was waking us up. You understand what I'm saying? So then Run DMC came and held that gym shoe up with Aerosmith, and they say, walk this way. So you gotta pay attention. Run DMC say, walk this way. So they was telling everybody, this the way we finna go. And ever since then, see, we give our gift away. They redo it and sell it back to us. This is our culture. How you gonna sell me my culture? This is my culture.
We created that.
But we sold it for some pennies. Because they find little kids who ain't got nothing, who can rap. They can make a star when they want to. You're not gonna give me my heroes. You're not gonna give me my leaders. And that's what we mess up at.
That's why a lot of these shooters and guys that they create from these rappers that teach our children how to shoot.
Man,
they give us this music that outweighs you talking about that we've been fighting to suspend.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Because look, music was on 432 megahertz. Legislature passed a law to drop it down to 400 megahertz. 400 megahertz locks you down. It shuts you down. It don't. You know what I'm saying? Don't activate no neurons in your head for ideas. You just following. So you really becoming a puppet. Because now stop me if I'm lying, I ain't seen the rapper live to be 26 or 27 in the last 2-3 years. A rapper.
Yeah. You talking about these new guys up in
You understand what I'm saying? They using how you gonna use
They dying from
my gift against me as a weapon
or getting killed.
You using rap as a weapon against us because we spiritual people.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I think it's important that when we have conversations like this, and even though we ain't got enough more time, that it's good to highlight guys like Lil Durk, Rod Wave, and all the artists that are actually giving you that spirit and who are actually giving you that pain, who are actually telling you that reality and that truth, because you can paint the picture and they give voice and life to that very picture, that very reality that they living through. Lil Herbo, all these little guys, especially in Chicago. I understand people be talking about drill music because there's a negative connotation that goes with that. And as unhealthy as the connotation is that goes with the music, the lyrics, the actual verses in these songs and the actual pain and the trauma, and when you listen to it, the cry for help that they're asking for.
Yeah.
Because none of these young men want to die. Yeah. None of these young men want to go to prison.
And I know that's real when I'm roll up on these young men. I tell these young brothers, big homie, what's up? You know, and you actually get at them. Say, I did. And they ask you how much time you do. I said 21 years. They say, huh? Yeah. Now these are same killers and sliders, right?
Yeah.
They're like, man, no way in the world I could do. I said, well, you on your way to do one or two things: life in prison or dead.
Was telling me how they was coming up in that hall for pills and then woke up a week later and don't know they in there for 3 bodies and 2 bodies and all this. They're like, what did what?
No, they in our cell house saying, hey man, the law like, what can I do to
none of that. Yeah. Hey, and see, this conversation is why people be saying that I pick on Black Lives Matter. But if Black Lives Matter, you need to be in these prisons, saving these dead souls if Black Lives Matter. Because that's service. Yeah. And we need to be in more areas of service. Because I don't want to go sit in nobody's boardroom. I ain't going to even front with you. We can have a conversation as long as you come on out here and work with me. Because my time is valuable like yours. And I ain't got no time for meetings.
And I ain't got time to be on Zoom all day either.
Hold on. And you're not going to use me as a front for your personal agenda.
That's right. So listen, real quick, both of y'all, I'm going to need y'all to wrap it up and let the people know where they can find you, skills, your work, what you do. I was thinking about getting a nice tattoo, man.
you ain't going to draw it out. You ain't going to get no tattoo. Ty, that's against your beliefs.
I got some. So let me get that wrap up, skills on YouTube.
You can find me on Instagram, Ricky_Skilz, skills spelled SKILZ. You can find me on Facebook, Louis RickySkilz Porter. I just put up 2 websites. One, Comedy Against Crime. That's my nonprofit.
Need that. Yeah, I remember that.
And I just started another one, Artificial Intelligence. That's for my mentoring program. Yeah. So you can go on there and you can sign up, and you will be getting newsletters weekly from me, information, morning videos, and inspire you. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole frequency thing, man.
Okay. Man, no doubt. You're not done here. You'll be back, both of y'all. Go ahead, Robert Matthew.
And I'm Robert Matthew Reed, ID number B62725. You can contact me at 312-581-3285 or readroar@gmail.com, or just contact my boss here at ECCSC, and we'll get back with you.
Oh, man. Thank you all for tuning in. This is Intellectual Radio. I'm Tyrone Muhammad. This is the Frontline Show. See you next week.
Definitely on the front line.
Check it out.